At this point, we are working on step 1 for the truss analysis experiment. We have set up our frame so that way we can test the voltage of our load cell. And I've got my orange wire here, and I'm going to hook it up to the indicator that is in the blue metal box. We should have 4 wires that are inside this orange wire, and you will have a black, a green, a red, and a white in that order that we will need to hook up. The black wire goes to P positive or P plus. The green wire will hook up to the S negative or S minus position. The red wire will be in the, it should be in the P negative or P minus position. And then lastly, our white wire should be in the S positive or S plus position. Now, in your experiment, you will end up hooking up all 4 channels because you'll have 4 different load cells. I'm going to hook them up independently, one at a time. You can hook them all up at the same time. You just have to make sure that you're turning on your indicator and setting each of the channels as needed. So for me, I'm using channel 1 or input 1 here. You can see that it's already reading. It's coming up with a number here. So it is reading my load cell, which is a good sign. What I want to do is I want to make sure that I'm set into a bridge. So channel 1, I need to go to a bridge shear. Full bridge shear. Bridge type, select it by pushing the bridge button. And then to go back to the home page, you select the menu button here. Now, if you take a look at your data sheets here, you will see that what they're wanting us to do is calculate our voltage, which is in units MV/V. So we need to change our units on our indicator here. So to change the units, I'm going to push this button K for GF scaling. And then it says channel 1. Why, yes, that is exactly what I need, channel 1, because that's what I'm plugged into. If I arrow down, it should highlight, oops, went too far, go back up. It should highlight units, and right now it's mu epsilon, but that is not what I want. So I need to use our arrows. I'm going to use the right arrow to keep arrowing until I see the lowercase m, capital V / capital V. This is going to represent our voltage. There are a lot of units, apparently. There it is. Okay. So now that you've got your unit selected, you're going to push the K button again to select it, and then the menu button to go to the home page. So we can see now that channel 1, the units are different than channel 2, than channel 3, okay? But this is correct. We do want channel 1 to be reading MV/V. But what I need to do is I need to balance the system. It should be reading close to 0. It looks like it's asking me about my units again, which it is just fine the way it is. So let's go to menu and then try to balance again. So again, it asks, do you want to balance? And if you do, select balance again, so push balance. It's going to auto balance. It tells us it cannot read channel 2 or channel 3, which is fine because we do not have anything plugged into those channels, so it's totally fine. It asks if you want to save the settings. No, so we're going to just select menu. All right, and now we see that we are balanced. We are at 0. So at this point, we are ready to go ahead and add a load to our cell. And we are going to use a hanging weight again. This is, I believe, the 200 gram weight. It's kind of hard to see and read. 200 gram weight. There we go, nice glare. So 200 gram weight. You can convert that into newtons if you need to, which I think it does ask us to do that in our data sheets, which I think converted is like 1 point something. It's nearly 2, so I'm just rounding it to 2 newtons. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and add the hanging weight just by inserting it into the bottom hole on our disc there. You will see the system kind of shake back and forth, so we might need to wait. You can see how that shaking affects the reading on our indicator. So it looks like for this load cell, we're getting a negative 0.069 or 70. So what you would do is you would come in here and you would say, okay, my first load cell that I'm testing, write down whatever your score is reading. For us, I think it was negative 0.069. And then to calculate your scale factor, you are to take your load, which for us was our weight, and we converted it to newtons, and I said it's almost 2. So 2 newtons divided by the negative, I think as I've shown you on this video, it's negative 0.069. And then when you divide that, you should get your scale factor. All right, so you will repeat this process 3 times to test each of your 4 load cells. Okay, so 4 times. So take it apart, hook up a different load cell, test it again. Okay, repeat this 3 more times for a total of 4.